I rise in support of this motion, and I think we all recognise that the floors must be swept, the bathrooms must be scrubbed, because if it's not, the dirt gets on top of one. And so it is the same with legislation. The housekeeping has to happen. And this is yet another one of those not glamorous but very necessary housekeeping bills. Yeah. In fact, I think it's interesting as we reflect on these regular and, I agree, necessary bills, as we pass law after law after law after law, we should just take a moment to think about the cost of the maintenance of this legal infrastructure that we are creating, because these bills are part of the maintenance of that legal infrastructure. Perhaps it's not like painting the Harbour Bridge, although at times the repetitiveness of it can have that air. I am particularly attracted to the change to the Library Act. I'm very keen that these regulations are made very quickly, and I'm very keen that the ceiling is set at a very low level, and I would ask that, I know it breaches respect for rights in many ways, but retrospective operation of this with refunds to me and for what I have incurred and what I have incurred on behalf of my children, I would be very grateful if that could be done as a matter of urgency. The only issue that I wish to raise, and this is not a criticism, it is a recognition that one of the things that this bill does is to roll over some 20 sets of regulations which otherwise would have sunsetted. Part of what we try to do to reduce the burden of legislation on the citizens of New South Wales is to ensure that regulations have a life and that they expire at a certain point. And it is a concern, this is the second time I believe I've seen this in a bill of this kind, it is a concern that we are setting up sunsetting timetables for regulations and then we're going, but not yet. And I think it's important that we are aware of this, because this is sunsetting fulfills an important role in managing what can be a thicket of regulations through which we have to push as we go about our daily lives. I am aware that this may be a matter that the Delegated Legislation Committee considers, and I think it would be entirely appropriate for some thoughtful consideration of the best way in which the management of these regulations is achieved. Having said that, I've put the broom away and I commend this to the House.